If you're not already using Facebook ads to grow your coaching business, in this video, I'm going to show you 2 ways to get started. Facebook ads by far are one of the easiest ways to market your services to get more coaching clients so that you can grow your coaching business and ultimately impact more people and live a life that really serves you and your family. So before I dive into this, go ahead and smash the subscribe button here. I create daily content just like this to help you grow and scale online coaching businesses. All right, so you might have tried to run Facebook ads before in the past and you didn't see a lot of success with it. And you might blame the platform, right? You might be like, Facebook ads just don't work. And I'm here to tell you that 99% of the time, it has nothing to do with Facebook, and it has all to do with your messaging and your positioning. How you message and how you market and essentially how you talk about your services is 99% of advertising. If you don't know how to market and attract people with the words that you use to describe your services, it doesn't matter what platform you put it on, you're not going to get coaching clients. You just won't grow your business. But if you have a very clear, concise, and direct message for a specific person, you can put that message anywhere. You can put it on social, organic, right? And you'll attract clients. And then you can also put it on paid. Paid is guaranteed to get it in front of more eyeballs that don't already know, like, and trust you and are not already following you. Paid ads by far is the fastest way to scale your coaching business because you're going to use someone else's audience. And if we're using Facebook, we're using Mark Zuckerberg's audience to grow your coaching business. Okay, so by far it's the fastest and easiest way to grow your coaching business if you set your campaigns up right and you've got good messaging. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how to set the campaigns up in 2 different ad structures that you can choose to use. And I'm also gonna give you pros and cons of which to use when you get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in and we'll get started. Okay, so way number 1, ad type number 1 to grow your coaching business are messenger ads, okay? And the goal here is we're gonna be delivering either a free training or more information about our offering, just a direct pitch messenger ad. And anybody that engages and clicks on this ad is going to populate into your DMs, okay? And then from there, you can then talk about your service or you can send them the free training that they requested. And then you follow up with them in the DMs to book a sales call, okay? This is by far the easiest place to start with paid ads for a number of reasons, and I'll list some of the pros over here, right? The reason this is the fastest to set up and easiest to get started is you don't need a website, you don't need a landing page, you don't need an email series, you don't need SMS, you don't need any of that. All you need is just to start the conversation in your DM inbox that you can now follow that person, or you could just keep having a conversation, asking them questions about why did you request this resource? Why did you request more information about my services? And from that point, you can keep following up and invite them to a call. Now, these campaigns, again, they're easy, fast to start. You should get faster results, as in calls being booked quicker, because people check their messenger inbox more than they check email, right? By far. And what I found from my own experimentation is that I'll get more leads at a lower cost using this approach. And like I mentioned before, the open rates on DMs is very high. And then you can follow up on their own Instagram feed. You can go engage in their content, right? So it's very easy to get set up. You can then have a really solid follow-up strategy, and it's all on your phone. You're already doing this if you're doing any DM outreach. Okay, this works really well. Now, the cons to this, of course, with everything, there's pros and cons. It's more manual. It does require more work because you're in the DMs and you have to now set reminders for yourself, even if you're using a CRM or software, to follow up with that person. Okay, so it's more manual and you're gonna be filtering more people out. I put in here it's less scalable. That could be argued. Like, I do know a lot of coaches in the space that do this and do it at scale, like have hundreds of DM conversations started a day. But with that, you need to now hire multiple people to have these conversations, right? So if you see a big influencer who's running messenger campaigns, they're not responding to people. They have appointment setters who are messaging people back, inviting to calls, okay? So with that, with the volume being higher, right, we're also gonna have less quality leads, okay? So I have definitely noticed this. It's a lot easier because I'm not putting as many barriers up to put your information in or any of that. You're gonna get a lot more messages, which also means that the quality of the lead is going to decrease, but I've got more opportunities, right? And you're not going to be building an email list, right? We email list our building an email list and being able to promote your offer and free trainings and stuff to them by far is still one of the best and highest returns of investments you can have. So you're foregoing that with this approach, unless I know some people who will send a link to the free resource here and then they could still opt in. You could do that, but I've noticed that even if you send a link after they start the DM conversation, the amount of people that actually input their information in there drops. So again, you can do it if you want, but I found that the most value in doing this is to start the conversation, right? So who is this for? This is for someone who's very new to advertising. This is somebody that wants very low setup time. They want to just go ahead and launch. And it's also really helpful for you to test your messaging to see, what hooks are going to bring in more leads. What type of content, what angle is just what approach, what's the problem they're experiencing. I can test different things and I'll get results a lot faster because I don't have to have them go to a page where only 15 to 20% will actually input their data. All I have to do here is they click the ad and they push send and they're populated in my inbox. If you're newer to advertising, if you're a new coach and you want to start getting a couple clients a month from paid ads, this is where I start most people, okay? I do like to transition to the next thing I'm going to show you here in a second. Once you're spending above $3,000 a month, okay? Reason for that, I'll share in a second with the pros, but I don't necessarily like the messenger ads, like I said, long-term because I find it's less scalable. I'm going to be getting more low-quality leads, and I now have to have more people in my inbox managing, messaging people and booking calls. And I personally don't want that. I want a little bit more automated system. I want more automation in my business. So I teach a different approach once you get above $3,000 in value. Okay, cool. That is way number one, messenger ads. Before I jump into the next one, let me just show you what one looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my phone and we'll go from there. All right, so we're on my phone and I just started scrolling. The big thing you'll notice with the messenger ads, they look like this, and you'll see there's a send message button and it says Instagram. Okay, so if this was your ad, someone would click that, and then let's move this out of the way. You can see, hey, shoot me the word this, and I'll shoot you a video that shows you how to do this, right? And I could push send, and I'll go ahead and push send. I'm gonna get probably, some spam here. Send. Okay. Now, this is what that person now sees on their inbox. So if you had a free training to give away, a freebie, or if you had, hey, I'm looking for 5 people. If you want more information, just DM me this word and I'll tell you more details. You don't have to have a fancy website. You can just have conversations inside here. It's really nice, right? So as you're scrolling through, just check out your feed and see, if it has it says Instagram, then it would be a messenger ad. If it has learn more, it typically is taking you somewhere else, which is the next ad we'll talk about in a second. So learn more, that's not it. I keep scrolling, learn more, that's not one. You guys notice every 3 to 4 slides is gonna be an ad. Okay, here's another one, right? Ads, boom. I'm gonna push send. Cool, it's sent, I can view it. It's there, boom, right? So super simple. These guys are gonna be DMing me like crazy now. All right, so that's way number one, easiest one. I would highly suggest getting started with those. You don't have to spend that much. You could probably spend 30 to 50 bucks a day, even less, 20 to 50 bucks a day. And you keep using that until you're doing closer to the, like I said, $3,000 a month. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into option number 2. Okay. Option number 2 is going to be conversion ads. Now, these are great once you're spending above $3,000 a month. So yeah, that's starting at $100 a day in ad spend, right? And what this looks like is we've got an ad that then takes someone to a free training page or a page to put in their phone number and email, right? And then it goes to a thank you video, a thank you page that has a sales video. Could be a free training. If you watch a free training, it's surprise, surprise, it's gonna be a sales video. So you can watch mine. There is a lot of value in it, but I'm definitely pitching hard at the end, right? Now, once someone does this and puts their name, phone number, email in, they're gonna get followed up with email, they're gonna get followed up with text, And then for some businesses, you'll even follow up with a phone call. Okay, this is optional. It's definitely going to increase your sales for sure. It also, some people don't necessarily like it. So I don't say it's going to hurt your brand reputation. You just need to do this very strategically. And most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time, I get people started with this, and then we can have the phone call. It just depends on the business model, the product that you're selling, as well as the sales process. But those are 3 things that you can do to follow up versus this messenger ad we talked about before. You're really just following up over DMs. I don't have any other way to follow up with you, So this is very traditional, right? And this is what I use. Instead of showing you the ad itself, I'll just show you my my funnel, right? So when someone clicks one of my ads, this pops up, right? So this takes them to a page where they put their phone number and email in to start the training. Once they enter the training in, they're then going to get sent to this video training. That's a free training. And there's definitely probably 5-10 minutes of pitching at the end, right? Best case, worst case, book a call. Here's all the things you're going to get. And then they would schedule a call. Okay. Again, this is more automated, but when you're getting started, it can be more expensive for you to get results with that. Okay. So instead of them just clicking a little button that starts a DM conversation, it's a longer term sales cycle a lot of times. So then they get pushed to your DMs, you message them manually, book a call, versus this one is, it might take somebody, right now on average, it takes me about 16 days from someone to become a lead to purchase. And it's probably going to keep extending as my business becomes older and older. Okay. So conversion ad, again, I start running this once you're spending around $3,000 a month or $100 a day in ad spend. It works really well. The pros of this is you're going to get more qualified leads because, like I shared here with the messenger ads, you're going to get a ton of them, but they're not all going to be good quality. The conversion ads, they will be higher quality. It's more scalable because there's more automation that's at play here. Okay, it's more automated on the pro. You can build an email list, which is very valuable because once you have someone's email, you can follow up with them on different platforms. Like I can upload all of those emails back into Facebook and say, find me more people like this. Very helpful. And there's better tracking because I'm now getting tracking on my website that I have tracking stuff installed onto, where with Facebook and Instagram messages, it's not as trackable. I don't know which ad they necessarily clicked, or I can't really attribute a specific ad to a sale without being extremely manual, where this process here, I have software set up that tells me what day they click the ad, when they put their phone number, email in, when they book the call, all of it's very, very well tracked, which helps you at scale, right? If I'm spending more than $3,000 a month, I want that data so I can make data-driven decisions versus going off on a hunch. Does that make sense? Okay, so the cons of doing conversion ads is they tend to be more expensive. That's why we start when we have a bigger budget. Okay, it's a little bit more expensive to get leads. And with that, it's gonna be a little bit harder. It's gonna take more time to optimize. So if our average cost per lead for a messenger ad, which I'd say this is pretty standard for a fitness offer, it could be $5 to $10. I've had some that are $1 to $2. Very, very, very cheap, right? So let's say $2 here. And then conversion ads, we'll say are $10. Okay, 5 to 10. That's probably more realistic, right? Why? Because I'm now asking for their phone number, email. Sometimes if it's a local brick and mortar, it could be more expensive. And Facebook needs more inputs and more actions for it to optimize. So I can't, if I'm not giving it enough spend, I'm not spending enough money, I can't optimize for that action enough times. So it's more expensive. It can take a little bit longer of return on time to have a return on investment because let's just say I'm building my email list and I'm now emailing them once a week. It might take them a couple months before they purchase. Ideally, we want them to purchase fast, but it's a little bit longer of a play. Okay. Other cons, you need a website. You need a page, mattshiver.com to host all this stuff on, right? So that takes time. You need an email software system. It takes time to set up follow-up campaigns. If you're using text, same thing. You need a text message system. It takes time to set up. And then the last one is you can't see their Instagram accounts. So someone clicks an ad on Instagram, they opt in. I can't go back and DM that person unless I ask for their Instagram handle, which I could do in this form here. It's hey, before you opt into this training, give me this. But they could just put something random because they don't want you to follow up with them, right? So yeah, those are the two different types of campaigns that you can run to start getting coaching clients. Now, I highly recommend, if you're new to running ads, starting with messenger campaigns. They're faster, cheaper, and then once you're above $100 a day spend, switching to a conversion ad that gives away some sort of free training works really, really well, okay? So those are the two types of campaigns that I've got. If you guys have any questions about these and you want to learn how to set these up and grow them for your coaching business, you can click the link below to schedule a call with my team. We help people do this every day, right? I know tech and ads and all this stuff can be overwhelming, and that's why we've created a container that makes this very easy and digestible, and we walk you through it one step at a time. So if you're interested in learning more about what that looks like, go ahead and click the link below to schedule a call with our team. We'll tell you how we do it. We'll give you expectations on timelines, all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you again for watching, and we'll talk soon. Peace.